Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm horrible. You guys have ruined my entire life. I am a great dad and I can't see my kids. So I'm trying to I'm just trying to get out of this. I don't know why my motions for reconsideration were not taken into consideration. Do you know why?
No, I don't know why.
Huh. Okay.
Um,
You're a dad, right?
you,
Taylor, you're a dad?
yeah,
Yeah. How many kids you got?
just one.
Okay. I would love to see how you guys, any one of you guys on this other opposing side would handle life a year and a half without being able to see your kids freely. I know this is just a job for you, so you really don't give a fuck, but it's my life, my kids. My kids are over here in my house sobbing because they want their dad. And this is all just like a game for you guys. So I don't even like this conversation is to establish what before we go to court before the next hearing on the 6th or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, why don't you do the mental health evaluation?
Because I already did that, Taylor. They already put me in the psych ward and I walked out of there in 3 days because I was confident that I didn't have mental health issues. They're not willing to like accept reality. I don't know what this is even about, to be honest with you. Paying $5,000, like I'm barely surviving my life because I miss my son so much. I don't know if you've ever had to go like a month or 2 months without being around your kid, but I've done it now for a year and a half. And you guys, I don't know how you guys factor that into your equation for everything else, but you've basically tried to fuck me over in every single category of my life, and you've kept me from seeing my kids. So it's just fascinating. I'm curious, like, is this what you do for a living? Is you take advantage of dads? And is that something that you would appreciate having done to yourself? Like, I'm just trying to make sense of this because I'm a great dad. These people know this. But they've kept me from my sons, and they've made my sons suffer this entire year and a half. Like, my sons are upset. They're not happy with this dynamic. They've asked me to change it, but I have to go through and jump through all these hoops because these people have a problem with me. I haven't hurt this person. I haven't taken advantage of her. She gets me arrested watching my kids play hockey. Do you know what that's like? I don't think you have any idea, bro. Like, I don't know. And I don't even know if you give a shit. So it doesn't even really matter, probably. This conversation's probably pointless, but it's just, like, I don't understand how people go from, I'm a great dad, which they all have told me, and then all of a sudden they want to keep me almost exclusively out of my kids' lives, yet get me for as much money as possible. And then make fun of me and, like, talk shit about me when I'm homeless and I'm not making money because I can't, because I'm struggling. Like, you guys are pushing you guys are pushing people to a point that, like, I mean, if my uncle hadn't killed himself 8 years ago, I would have probably already killed myself. Like, I totally see why guys have killed themselves in this situation. It's a very hopeless situation. Yeah, I can pay the $5,000, but I only get to see my kids, 13% of the time? Because of what? Because we get a divorce?
Okay, the 5,000 you're talking about the evaluation?
I'm talking about the mental evaluation. I already did this for these people. They took me to the psych ward. They got me out. They drove me home. They've had this agenda against me from day one. I've already proved myself that Taylor, let's talk about whatever this conversation's about. Let's get to it, because I believe in my heart that if you guys really were in my shoes, you wouldn't be handling the situation this way. I don't even think you would as a businessman or an attorney or whatever you consider yourself to be. But I honestly to God know that these people know that I don't deserve this, yet they're acting like they're doing this good thing, and they're treating me as if I am mentally incapable of raising my own children. And I have to try to prove that to who? How do you prove that you're a good dad? Like, if you had to prove that you were a good dad, what would you do? You'd go take the mental evaluation, hopefully pass it, hopefully not show you're too stressed out because you miss your kids, right? Dude, it's a fucking scam. This whole thing is bullshit. I've done nothing to these people but try to be nice to them, and they've kept my kids from me for a year and a half. And they want me to pay for this fucking. They want me to pay your legal fees. Am I paying for you to watch me on Instagram? Is that they were so worried about anything I wrote or said That you have to watch my Instagram and now I have to pay your top rate for you to follow me on Instagram? Like, I'm so confused by all of this. What are they trying to get me in trouble for? What crime have I actually committed? I haven't fucking done any pedophile shit. I never fucking laid a hand on my kids. And I never put hands on this woman. Yet I've gone a year and a half without my kids. Bro, what would you do in my shoes? What would you do? Honestly, I'm asking honest to God. I can't afford an attorney. I'm literally barely surviving. And it's like every time I put my head above the water, they just shove it back down. And then they act like they're doing me a fucking favor. And they're doing my kids a favor. Meanwhile, my kids come to my house and have a great time and beg and cry and ask me why they can't stay the night. So you tell me what I'm doing wrong here. What am I missing? What am I guilty of? I don't even know. It's so confusing on a daily basis, and I can't even have a conversation with my kids about it. The way you guys have got me wrapped up, if anything I say is not what she wants me to say, the cops show up at my house. And then you guys use that against me even further. Look at this guy. He's going out of his way to try to cause problems. I literally wish I lived in a different country because I don't even want to cause a problem, but I want my kids in my life. So help me understand, bro. Like, what am I doing that's so fucking wrong? I'm trying to follow all these steps and do all these things. I pay for supervision. The reports come back and it shows that I'm a good dad. Do these people not read these reports? Is it not really about me being a good dad? It's about something else. So what is the thing I'm missing? I offered her father a lot more money if we would have not had to go down this path. And I could have been able to navigate this a lot easier. But instead, they've kept my kids from me, laughed at me when I was homeless, made fun of me. And now I'm supposed to pay all these bills. I'm supposed to pay everything. I'm supposed to pay you for fucking me over. Like, dude, what am I missing here? I'm just a normal guy. Like, I'm not smart like you. So help me understand what would you do in this situation? Like, what am I supposed to do to become a father again and raise my own children? The same standard I'm being judged against, these other people are in their lives. Like my father-in-law, I don't even know what I'm guilty of that he isn't guilty of the same. Yet he can see my sons freely. Bro, if your kids were going through this, I guarantee you would be operating very differently. And I know that these people would be going through this situation very differently if I had chosen to go down this path and put her in this situation. She would not be able to weather this storm the same way that I have. So I'm asking you, I'm trying to come to a peaceful resolution with these people. I'm happy to pay money as I make it, but it's hard for me to make money when I'm not able to see my kids. But what you guys have done is you've manipulated that against me and said, I'm underemployed. Have you ever done door-to-door sales? Have you ever done any commission-only sales? It's hard to do when you don't get to have joy in your life and you don't get to see your own children. But you guys have got it wrapped up like I'm underemployed. And now I'm going to probably go to jail for this shit. Like, I'm guessing at this hearing or whatever happens next, they're going to say, hey, Aaron, why haven't you paid? And I'm going to say, because I'm struggling. And they're going to say, okay, well, you're going to go to jail now, or you're going to have to do something. Somehow, some way, we're going to force you into some other situation that you don't want to be in. And it's all because you chose to be a dad. Me choosing to be a dad has put me in this situation.
Okay, I mean, if I was in your shoes, I would follow the court order and do the mental health evaluation that was ordered.
And then guess what, dude? I get my kids 17% of the time. Do you know how much I helped raise my kids? Do you get up with your kid in the middle of the night and keep them up and make sure your wife gets to sleep through the night and gets to sleep in the morning? That's the kind of father that I was for all 4 of my sons. And I haven't been able to see my sons freely for over a year and a half. And now if I go through these other hoops, it's going to be more of the same bullshit. So there's no incentive to me. There's no incentive to me to go through these things because I don't even get to see my kids freely. And all she's going to do is keep going down the line and wait until she gets something else against me. I mean, I've already been arrested for watching my kids play hockey. I didn't say a word to this human being. I haven't spoken to her in over a year and a half. I try to stay away from her. I've seen her out here publicly in fucking downtown Gilbert, and I walk away because I don't want any problems. Her friend choked me. I don't know if you understand, bro, I don't know. So, okay, so your suggestion is follow the court order and get to see my kids 17% of the time and just accept that as a father, that's all that I'm valued as. And then I get to pay more money than most guys I've talked to. I mean, I don't even know how the judge awards that I have to pay more money than I actually make. Like, what the fuck world am I living in? Am I in reality? Or am I in a different world? Because I'm so confused by that.
Why don't you
Better than, no. 17% is worse than 50%. I was never a father that should deserve less than 50%. But they've gone and chosen to go against me because I seriously, I couldn't even tell you the reason why. I don't know what crime I'm guilty of. Besides the fact that they just want me to be quiet and be their whipping boy, and then they can go talk all matter of bullshit against me. Bro, you're a party to this. You've ruined my life. You're a part of this. Like, I don't know if you get that. Like, money aside, if you do this to other guys, bro, I don't know. I don't know how you sleep at night, to be honest with you. It's fucking criminal, bro. I'm being treated as if I've done some kind of heinous crime, yet I've done nothing of the sort. Besides these people's allegations against me saying I got all these mental problems. If I had mental problems, I'm pretty sure I'd be still in a psychiatry ward from the day they took me in. Or the cops would have came and picked me up again for some other psychiatric issue. I'm literally chilling at my house that I'm barely able to afford because I'm literally every day thinking, what do I have to do to see my kids again, normally and freely?
I mean, it's all laid out for you in the order. You take the mental health evaluation and...
Oh, you're sick. Okay, all right. So what is this? What is the purpose of this conversation? What do you want to get to?
Well, we're supposed to talk about the upcoming hearing and, whether you're planning on paying support or not, or complying with any of the other...
Absolutely. If I had the money today, I'd already paid the support. I'm barely making it on my own. I'm not underemployed. I'm literally fighting for my fucking life every day just to keep my house, so you guys can't use that against me and say, oh, look, he's homeless again. Oh, look, he couldn't keep his house. I'm literally fighting to keep where I live so I can have peace of mind, so that I can get more money, so that I can pay them as much as I possibly can. I would be happy to pay it if I had the money. That's been my philosophy and my mindset from day one.
But you paid, zero.
No, I have not paid zero. That's incorrect. I paid for 4 or 5 months when I was homeless. They don't keep track of anything, but I paid all the bills until they took the lease over and put it in their name.
Okay, are you working right now?
Yes.
Where are you working?
I have a business of my own that I've started, and I'm going to try to go and do sales again. I've been trying to do it, and I've struggled mightily because I don't have the same enjoyment and satisfaction in my life without my kids in it. I don't know how I don't know how that gets weighed properly in the courts, but...
Okay, a solar business, or what kind of business?
You're gonna... dude, I have a window cleaning business, and I do handyman work.
Okay. And that's sales, or?
It's partially sales. I have to go sell the job before I clean somebody's windows. And I have to sell handyman work. I have to go do good jobs, and then I have to get more work based off those referrals and whatever else.
Okay. Why don't you go back to something like sales, or?
Because I'm not a salesman. I'm a construction guy. I've done construction the most in my life. That's what I have the most experience in. I'm not a salesperson. You do sales and construction just like you do sales as an attorney.
Yeah, couldn't you get a higher paying job? I don't know why you're...
I'm working as much as I possibly can under the situation that I'm in, and I'm going as hard as I can every single day. What's a higher paying job? Are you going to offer me a higher paying job, or is the judge going to offer me a higher paying job? I'm literally trying to make as much as I can. I don't want to be broke. I don't want my cell phone turned off. You're calling me on my roommate's cell phone because at the current moment, my cell phone's turned off. The reason my cell phone's turned off is because I had to keep my power bill on. I had to pay rent late last month, so that was $800 that I had to come up with in addition to my rent payment to pay the rent.
Yeah. I guess I just don't understand why you're not taking the mental health evaluation if you want more.
Because I don't have $5,000. I don't have any extra money. I barely can afford groceries. I can barely afford to maintain my own lifestyle right now. When I had my kids, I made $150,000. That's what they want to claim anyways, but I've had good years when I've had my kids in my life. But if they want me to not be around my kids, then I don't know how they plan on me making as much money, because I don't have... That's how I made my money. I was able to play with my kids. I was excited to see them every day.
Okay. So you can't get your kids unless you do the evaluation, and you can't do the evaluation unless you see your kids, so...
No, I need money. I don't have it. I'm trying to figure out a way that I can make enough money. It's the same thing I've been trying to do this past since it happened. I lost my job in December after I saw what happened in court. I thought for sure I would get my kids because I don't have any criminal history or any bad things for 13 years of marriage. It just so happens all of a sudden there's all these things that now come out against me. So I didn't expect that. I wasn't expecting people that I used to love and care for to turn on me like that. Why they want to do it, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. None of this makes sense to me. So I'm trying to do the very best I can. You can try to fuck me over again in court and say I'm underemployed or say I'm not doing enough, but I'm just literally trying to survive, bro. I don't know. Man to man, I'm literally doing the very best I can. I had my kids over here on Saturday, and I feel excited about life again. And I mean, hopefully that I can get to see them again, and I can pay all my other bills so I can keep living. I mean, I think you guys like, how does this work for everybody if I'm not, like, I don't understand. You guys are trying to force me into something. I don't get it. You can use everything against me. Katie doesn't work. She's never had to work the whole time we were married. How come that's not being weighed against her as a mother? You're asking me why I'm not making more money. You're assuming that I have this ability to just go out and wave my fucking finger and make all this money. I don't have that ability. I'm a man. I'm trying to survive, bro. I'm trying to, like, literally make ends meet. I had to borrow money to have my kids come over here on Saturday. Like, you probably aren't in that situation because it seems like you do pretty well as an attorney, fucking guys like me over. But in my situation, my life, I'm struggling not seeing my kids. It affects me every single day. You guys are on act like I'm like messed up. If I kept my kids from this woman for a year and a half, I guarantee she wouldn't be functioning at the same level I'm at. But you're gonna keep trying to spin this shit against me and make me look like a bad guy. And man to man, dad to dad, bro, you're weaving some karma for yourself that I hope you can get yourself out of. But I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you feel good about this shit. This is fucking horrible. I don't know. This is horrible for my kids. More so than me. Who cares about me? I know you don't. I know they don't. But my kids are struggling in this situation under this dynamic. But she's just going to keep going down this path, and you're just going to keep plowing ahead. So I plan on paying money as soon as I have enough money that I can pay my own bills and pay that. I have to be able to have a place to live. I can't make the money homeless. I know that. I tried that for 6 months. I couldn't do it. I can't sell out of my car. Some guys probably can. I'm not good enough. The court order is based off of false allegations and you guys accusing me of being underemployed. It's all erroneous. That's what I'm trying to explain. That's why I was asking about my the things that I wanted changed, my reconsiderations. So it's just going to have to be more court shit. And I'm going to have to appeal all of this because I don't agree with any of this. I don't think any one of them could go through the same mental steps that they've made me go through and come out and be okay. And I don't even know what they're accusing me of. What mental illness do I have? What crimes am I guilty of? Why do I need another mental evaluation? Just because you guys asked for one and I didn't press the issue because I'm not trying to make Katie's life harder because she's the mother to my children, then I'm all of a sudden now I'm forced to go get a mental evaluation just so I can see my kids 17% of the time? Dude, I don't know.
That's what the court order says.
That's the court order based off of what you guys did. That's what I'm trying to say. You're off base. So you want to continue this, and it's fine. I'm just trying to put you on notice, let you know, bro, you're fucking over a good guy. It's sad.
I'm not doing anything to you.
You are. You're helping and assisting and abating these people, and you're accusing me of being underemployed. And you're accusing me of doing some shit during the trial where I need to pay for your attorney fees. What did I do wrong, dude? I don't know what I'm doing. I've never been down this road before, but I gotta pay your attorney fees too? I gotta pay an attorney who's helping people keep my sons out of my life. What the fuck am I doing here?
They denied your motion for reconsideration. So the order's the order, and...
Okay, well, what do we need to what else needs to be discussed before this hearing? It's all the same bullshit. Aaron has to jump through all these hoops so he can barely see his kids. You guys all think this makes sense. Okay, so we're going to talk on the 6th, and they're going to try. You guys are going to try to fuck me over and say that I had been underemployed and I haven't been paying these bills. You're going to try to get me in trouble. So that's it, right? And then you're going to use what I just told you against me? You're going to say Aaron's been working as a handyman and he's been cleaning windows? So what else is there?
I mean, have you applied for other jobs?
Yeah, I've interviewed more in the past 6 months than I've ever done before in my whole life. I've never had to interview to get a job before in my whole entire life. Do you guys want email proof of that? Because I'm not lying about it, and I'm not trying to hide anything. I've literally been so straightforward with you guys this whole entire time, but you guys keep trying to accuse me like I'm hiding money or I'm like trying to like avoid paying, which is not in my heart whatsoever.
Okay, I mean, window cleaning and handyman work.
Yeah, you're going to say some shit about how bad that is and like how I'm like, whatever. It's fine, dude. I get it. You're going to say, you guys are going to spin it. I already know how this is going to go. You're going to use this against me and try to say that I should be out doing some other job and doing something, and you guys know how it works, so I should just automatically be making more money, correct?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Any job possible.
Jesus Christ, dude, do you hear yourself? Bro, I'm a man. I'm just another human being. I'm just trying to make it in this world. I'm trying to get back on my feet after a horrendous divorce. It didn't need to be this horrendous. I told her father I would pay him 10 grand a month if they would let me see my kids, but I knew this was their whole move. They made me sign a paper at the very beginning. It's alienation.
How are you going to come up with 10 grand a month?
Because if I wouldn't have been kept from my kids' Taylor house, and I would have been able to see them regularly, and I would have been able to get some support, which they clearly did not want to give me.
So come up with 5 grand and do the mental health evaluation.
And then I get to see my kids 70% of the time. No, my plan is to appeal it. So we'll see how this goes on the 6th. You're going to keep trying to fuck me over. I get it. I know what your job is. You're going to accuse me of not working and not trying all this stuff. So it's perfect.
Okay. It's too late to appeal anything.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Then I guess you know what? My options are A, fight it, however I can. B, kill myself. C, just disappear. D, pay it and live a life that I don't want. Or E, I don't even know what that option is. I'm not trying to weigh all my options. Like, you guys are trying to negotiate with me, but it's like, I don't even get it. You don't want me to have any part of my, you don't want me to have any part of my life. You don't want me to have my kids, which I had kids and provided for because I was their father. I haven't been able to be a father in a year and a half.
Okay. I mean, if I wasn't able to see my kids and I was ordered to do a mental health evaluation, I would be.
If you were forced into a psychiatric ward and then you walked out of it and then they still were pressing this issue and you've been going to therapy, I highly doubt you would be taking your own advice that you're giving me right now. But I understand what you got to do. You got to play your role. So it's good. Is there a question you have for me regarding the 6, or do you have enough stuff that you're going to try to fuck me over for? You got enough?
You know,
Okay. So is there anything else?
I don't think we're gonna.
Dude, it's sad. It's sad. You're trying to fuck over a good guy. I can go make money, but they don't want me to see my kids. I don't know how you would do as an attorney if you weren't able to see your kid if you hadn't been able to see your kids from the time this started, your kid, for the last year and a half. I would be curious to see how good of an attorney you would be. Yet you guys are trying to paint me like I've got these mental health issues and I can't live my life and I can't do these things and I can't even see my own kids. When I didn't do anything wrong to my kids for 13 years. And I didn't do anything wrong to this woman for 13 years. Besides what she's now claiming and alleging after she said we had a perfect life in February of the same year we got divorced. I mean, I feel like I'm living in a bizarro world.
I mean, we went to the trial, right?
You fucked me over. Yeah, you did your thing, Taylor. I know. I remember all of it vividly. That was my chance. I couldn't afford an attorney. Wish I would have, because I probably would have done better. You guys got me for domestic violence. You put me down for domestic violence, which is why I don't get 50-50 custody. Yeah, that's the basis. The whole basis of this whole thing is that they got me for domestic violence, and then my wife gets me arrested at the rink after her friend chokes me at a nightclub. I don't hurt her friend. I don't do anything. I just leave. But she gets me arrested at the ice rink watching my kids play hockey. Like, dude, it's sad that I even have to, explain it. You guys have your own take on it, though, so it's fine. I understand what your role is.
Okay. Are you relocating, or are you...
Maybe, did you not hear me, Taylor? Taylor, I'm fighting to keep the house that I'm in. I'm literally doing everything I can to keep the lights on and the bills paid so that I can see my kids as much as I can.
What's the rent at your current place?
My rent right now? Okay, why? So is this another question so you can use it against me?
I would say.
I already explained this to you guys. I already told you my rent's $1,500 a month. It hasn't changed. I'm in the same house.
Okay.
That's too much. You guys are going to get... Oh, Aaron's in a house that's too... Oh, that's what you said in court. Aaron's in a house that's too big. He's renting a place that's too nice. This doesn't add up. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's like a 5-bedroom house in Gilbert.
Because I have 4 kids, you asshole. I'm trying to get my kids to live with me. I don't know why that's like... You're trying to fuck me over for that. Oh my god. Do you realize, like, dude, how fucking pathetic that is? It's pathetic.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get...
Yeah, it is pathetic. You are being pathetic because you are being party to these people who are abusing my children. Yes. I've been in the same house for the last year. My rent is $1,500 a month. If I could get a house that's cheaper, where I could hopefully get my kids one day, then I would have done that. This is the cheapest place I could find. I literally scavenged for fucking 6 weeks. Please use all of this against me in court.
Why are you telling the kids that this is all Katie's fault, that they're not allowed to see?
Because she's accusing me of being some kind of threat to my children, which I am not. All of that whole threat bullshit is all bullshit that she's made up. I'm not a threat to my kids. My kids are over at my house on Saturday, and they're crying, hugging me, cuddling me on the couch. This whole thing is a bunch of bullshit, bro. That's why. It's her game to try to keep her kids so she can have control over her children. And she doesn't want me to see my kids because she's mad about 13 years of marriage. I don't know. I don't know why women do this.
You know that you need to do the mental health evaluation.
Yeah, I'm fine doing it. I'm happy to do it. I've already done this stuff for them. I've already jumped through these hoops for them, Taylor. I've already done it. I went to the psych ward. I told them I didn't need to go. Her dad drove me there. They petitioned me, made me stay there for 3 days. And the lady said, Aaron, you seem a little too happy about getting divorced. And I said, you don't know the marriage I've been in. And then they kept me for 3 days. She said, you seem a little bit manic. So they kept me for 3 days. I got out. I talked to a psychiatrist. I worked with him for the last year. I've worked on my plan with all of him. I've done everything by the book as much as I understand it. The only mistake I made is I didn't give Lisa Dodd my history of my prescription drugs that I took. And that fucked me over in court. That made her decide, after a 15-minute conversation with her last year, that made her decide that I need to get another mental evaluation. It's like a joke. I don't understand this. But you're going to say that's the court order. Yep, that's the court order because I've been called a threat and alleged, but there's no proof or no evidence of any of that whatsoever. Yet I've gone 1.5 years without seeing my kids.
Yeah, I mean, I have clients that are unhappy with court orders.
Okay, yeah. Bro, don't patronize me. Just get to the point. What else do you need to know for this conversation? I'm not trying to waste your time. I'm literally, I feel like you're killing me. You personally, I hold you personally responsible along with these other people for ruining my life. So I'm trying to get out of the situation so I can pay these people the money that they want so they can shut the fuck up and leave me alone. And hopefully one day I get to see my kids. Once they're old enough, they're all going to want to hang out with me. So I just got to hang out until this time passes. I'll pay her all her money. I'm happy to make it. I'm happy to pay it. I just would love it if I could see my kids. I've told her multiple times, if I could see my kids, it'd be a lot easier for me to make the money. So I'm just going to do that. It's taking me time. But you guys are going to use this last 1.5 years that I haven't been able to see my kids against me and twist it and manipulate it and try to make me look like a bad guy. So I'm just prepared for that now. I mean, it's like you're not even hiding it at this point. So what else is there, Taylor House? Bro, I'm a good dad. You guys this is bullshit. I'm a good dad. If you video, I'm gonna post the video from my kids over here at my house. Why don't you watch that? Why don't you get on my Facebook and watch it, and then you can decide what kind of a dad I am. Because all this other shit is bullshit. This other mental thing and all this other stuff, this is just tools and tactics to make it to where I can't see my kids as much, and this person gets more control. And she's using all of her control. Trust me, when I use it's whatever.
Okay, I mean, nothing's going to change until you do the evaluation, so...
Okay.
But he said it's 200
That's...
It's 200
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I have the money, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to pass it. and then I'm going to keep fighting you guys. It's fine. I guess I won't do the appeal. If I can't, you're telling me I can't appeal now? Okay. I thought my motions for reconsideration should have been considered. So I didn't get notice that those were considered. I don't know how you got that notice. Can you send me that?
Sure, yeah, it came out in March, I think, and
I don't have that record. I didn't get that email. I get emails for all the other stuff, it seems, but not that.
okay. Are you still at the 2891?
Yep. Yeah, it's the same address I've been for the last year. Okay. All right, is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, thanks, bud.